Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Laura, and today we're going to talk about that one time during COVID where everyone was so bored they literally tried to leave this universe. That's right, I'm talking about shifting realities. Because apparently when we were all locked inside during COVID, people weren't just learning how to crochet or bake banana bread. They were astral projecting to Hogwarts. Hence my outfit. I'm ready with my outfit and everything. So let's get started.
Explaining shifting methods until you shift, day 1.
I hate love.
That's right,
but
people.
if
Yes, those TikToks were real. People were really believing that they could shift their consciousness into another universe and literally go live there. Somehow it became the most emotionally connected they had ever been to a place ever. Before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's start with what shifting reality really is, or at least what people said it was. Basically, the idea is that you can move your mind or your consciousness into another reality. Like, think multiverse theory meets lucid dreaming meets fanfiction somehow. Most people used to shift into fictional world or desired realities. And the most popular was, of course, Harry Potter. Because nothing says escapism like going to a magical boarding school where almost everyone dies every semester. There still are entire communities based around these things that shared methods and way of shifting. For example, the Raven method, which is where you lie in a starfish position and count to 100 while saying affirmations like, I am shifting to my desired reality. Or the Alice in Wonderland method, where you can imagine chasing a white rabbit, jumping into a portal or a door that leads into your desired reality. So basically guided meditation, but with like a lot of extra steps and a British accent. Now here's the thing. While it sounds wild, there were actually some interesting psychology behind why it felt real to people. I like to think of it as like a Sunday. First off was lucid dreaming. When you're in this half-sleep state, your brain lets you control your dreams. And that's already a state where fantasy can feel real. Then there's dissociation, which happens during stress or isolated times. You detach from reality to cope. And I don't know if you guys remember 2020, but we were all a little detached. To that, you're gonna add the placebo effect, which is your brain believing something so hard that it creates real sensations and real memories. And then the cherry on top is mental rehearsal. Mental rehearsal is basically while you're imagining something so many times that your brain believes it's real. So yeah, basically if you visualize Hogwarts every night and think, Draco Malfoy loves me, your brain's gonna actually believe it. It's not magic, it's neuroscience. And like a sprinkle of loneliness. That brings us to the real topic here, which is parasocial relationships. A parasocial relationship is when you form a one-sided emotional bond with someone who doesn't actually know you. For example, a celebrity, a YouTuber, or in this case, a fictional character. Shifters weren't just visiting Hogwarts, they were dating Draco, best friends with Hermione, and hanging out with Harry. There were entire Reddit threads, people saying like, I miss my DR boyfriend, which is kind of sweet, but also kind of not. Because underneath this fantasy, it shows you that people were craving connection during isolation. Social media was giving them a way to share this fantasy, and it made even more real through validation and community. These are literal parasocial friendships with imaginary people, and somehow millions of people were relating to it. Now for some people, it was harmless fun, a creative coping mechanism, but from others, it wasn't. It blurred the line between fantasy and reality a little too much. During this time, something was coming up called DR depression, or desired reality depression. It was basically where shifters said they felt sad or disconnected after coming home from their desired reality. Real life just wasn't as exciting. Honestly, that's kind of the perfect metaphor for parasocial relationships. We create these idealized worlds online where everything is better, more romantic, more interesting, and then reality just can't compete. So what does this all mean? Reality shifting wasn't just about leaving your body. It was about people trying to find connection and comfort in a time where the world was terrifying and lonely. And isn't that kind of the story of the internet as a whole? We use it to fill emotional gaps, to feel seen, to belong, even if it's through people or worlds that don't technically exist. And it's funny, but it's also kind of human. Anyways, enough yapping. If you need me, I'll be shifting into a reality where gas is $2 a gallon, my Wi-Fi never lags, and Hogwarts has better safety protocols because they gotta figure that out. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, or, shift into a reality where you have. Bye!